Right. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing the Black Eyes mod, and we're playing the People's Republic of China, which is quite small at the start. So I think we can turn that into quite big, but before we start, we're going to actually check out the missions for the rest of for all the factions. Try to make them so that there's going to be at least some reason for all the factions to fight each other. First take out everything out. Right, and first I think getting Hong Kong is a good idea for the colonists. Maybe control Istanbul. And there's gotta be quite a few that we need to take, so maybe not Albania, Yugoslavia, East Germany, Manchukuo. Let's see, then we could technically take Korea, or we could go for the Bagration. Maybe Tokyo. What was the August Storm? Basically just Korea and such. Don't necessarily need that separately. Let's put Mexico as part of Comintern there, just for shits and giggles, I suppose. I think Norway is a good target as well. Maybe Spain. Basically the idea in this run is, first of all, where's Comintern controls the world option. We'll see. I mean, this is just the victory conditions. I'm gonna try to make them somewhat hard, such that I can't really do on my own at least, because I will be joining the Comintern at some point. I'm not sure at which point yet. We'll have to see about that. Put Greece in there. We'll need to pick 3 more. I'm not gonna pick the Baltic countries or Finland or anything like that. Did we take Turkey already? Well, we do have the control of Istanbul, basically. Put Munich in there. And need 2 more. You know what, I will put Korea down there, and then we'll put in, I don't know, Czechoslovakia. Right, then next we'll try to do these a little bit quicker. I mean, Sea Lion Barbarossa is fine. Zhatelier, Leningrad is fine. London and Paris is fine. Gibraltar, Malta, Singapore. They're fine. Shanghai is fine. Pacific Island hopping is fine. Port Moresby is... I'll switch that to Vladivostok, I think. But I think we can go with that and quickly check the Allied goals here. Is there anything that involves... Well, there's the Pacific Island hopping campaign. Looking at something that has to do with Asia, and there's not many, to be fair. Well, there's the USA, Allied member. Oh, actually, we'll go with the basics there. Anyway, let's get into the game. France is in Allies? Yeah, it does start in the Allies. Right, political map mode, because that's the only right one to use. And we got a whole lot of things to do here, so espionage focus, economic boost, support brigades. But we'll take the home front. Just clicking through all of these, get rid of them. Recruiting policy. And that's the declare war on Shaanxi. It's not something we're gonna do quite yet, but once we get our troops in position, we will. With a backstory, I'm gonna skip that one altogether. Was that for a quick minute? I'm gonna go with the balanced recruiting stuff. We're gonna go with the normal difficulty. Wartime measures. Sure, I'll take that. And economic boost to get more IC, and we want to reduce our neutrality. We're not going to be using any cheats or something like that to lower our neutrality. We're just going to use the mechanics in the mod itself, which frankly should be fine. It's going to take a while before we can join the Comintern that way, but I'm okay with that. National focus. What choice? Prepare for war. I have to pick the strategic doctrine, then all the difficulties. Setting up in this mod usually takes a little while. And I think I'm gonna go normal difficulty on pretty much everything, including Japan and China. I'm gonna go with the deep battle doctrine, which is basically the human wave. It's true Comintern tactic. Right, so we're gonna do the mixed support. So in this, you have the mixed support unit, which has various things that you can put in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in, first of all, anti-tank. You get 4 picks on different options here. We've got anti-tank, we'll put in artillery there, just in case. We'll put in anti-air. And we don't really want any tanks there, because we don't have any designs available anyway. And if I remember correctly, engineers don't actually work quite as well mixed support as they do individually. What we are going to do is, I suppose, put recon in there. Right, so that's now dealt with. Now the national focus. We're going to pick the regulars, which means that national manpower modifier plus 20%, but air and naval build speeds are a bit lower. Many millions of men without guns is the only way to play Hearts of Iron. As Comintern, yes. Right, and we will build new armament factories, because that's gonna boost things quite a bit later on. Now, did we manage to get all of the... Still have the declare war option, but we are not going to take that quite yet. Of course, since on the first day the Great Depression, or whatever it's called, modifier is still on, so it's gonna take a while before, or we're gonna have to let a day tick, or we can get rid of that. Anyway, I'm gonna put down 1 infantry division already be produced. Also, we're gonna have to figure out the proper ratios here. Put everything in research to start with. Get like 1 point in espionage. Get maybe 0.4 in diplomacy. And then we'll put 1.3 or something like that. Get started in officers. Then we'll have a lot of research to do, so we'll start with that. Also, we're gonna need to get the aircraft prototypes fairly quickly, so we can actually get some aircraft at some point. I suppose we could get the pension stuff already going, then these two, then infantry stuff going on. Speaking of infantry, let's get the infantry training. That's going to increase the morale and organization. And morale is basically the speed which the organization regains. An organization, if you run out, then it's basically organization is like morale in EU4. At least more or less. Right, I'm not going to take anything over there. What I could do is take the human wave. Gives morale and makes building infantry a bit cheaper. Now we got 12 already. We can probably pick up the research efficiency over there, industrial production and stuff over there, and construction engineering from there. And once the day ticks over, we'll get more options. Right, next thing, I have to figure out some reorganizing in the troops here, and we're gonna attach you from there and attach you there instead. We are currently fighting a civil war against the Republic of China and Tibet and Ma, which honestly we got pretty good defensive positions here. But what I'd like to do is take over this here because it's forest and it has rivers all around it except our capital, which means that it's fairly easy to defend. It's something that the Chinese or the nationalists can then just spend enormous amounts of units trying to get over. Right, but then we got a lot of units here. Well, hold on, so this is part of... yeah, okay. And the third one there. Leave one, then these two we'll send in towards here. Because we'll need some units to... because we are going to declare war on Shaanxi pretty soon. We need units to basically rush the victory points, or at least rush close enough to the border that the nationalists don't realize that we'll be going through there soon. And then once we annex Shaanxi, we're gonna have to take over the border, and hopefully we can push all the way to this river here, because that is gonna be fairly easy to defend for the most part. And if we can get that border going, we might then make a peace with them for a little while. We'll have to see about that, but let's get the time ticking now. Speed 3, get started. We do have an extra division over here as well on this, so we'll assign that over there instead. Once the day ticks over, we're gonna set up our productions properly. The message box up there, okay, right. We've got high popularity, we've got the deep battle doctrine, which means that we'll have less organization, but we regain our organization a lot faster. And we lost the Great Depression effect, which is pretty bad actually. Lost the effects of that. Right, so we're gonna have to pick our engine type, aircraft protection level, and tank armor type. We're gonna go with the light aircraft, diesel engine, and welded armor. It means that... actually no, cast armor. It means that the armor build speed is faster. Of course the heart attack will be a bit lower, but the combat movement speed is higher, air build speed is higher, intercept efficiency is higher, so basically building stuff quicker is gonna be a bit less in quality, but it will be fine. And then there's government secretary focus. And there's a few options here. I usually go with the government nationalized private sector, because there's a 60% chance that things go wrong and 40% chance that things go well. And most of these either slow down the production or give more dissent or revolt risk, which means that it's not quite good, quite frankly. I also usually take the private sector. It's just supply some money that is at play there. And national wartime fiscal policy, I'm not going to play with the bonds right now, I don't think. It increases the dissent change quite a bit. Right, I'm not going to get the coal or the... actually, we might want the supplies from there. Gonna be a bit costly, of course. Right, so we got more research available. How many? We can have 27 technically. So let's get researching then. Get these resource stuff here. Get the armor casting so we can get better artillery later on. Got 21 right now. Well, naval stuff is pretty pointless for us right now. What we could do is maybe get... Hold on, we do have the... Yeah, construction engineer is gonna take a while. Get the diesel engines, I suppose. And I don't think we need the pre-war armor construction right now. What we do need is these two. That's 24. I suppose we could get something from the deep battle here. For example, cavalry exploitation and Great War analysis. Those are both fairly important early things, and I could get the defensiveness bonus from that. Get the superior strength stuff. Don't remember. Oh, there is attack movement over there. That is actually something that we will need, so I'm going to take that. Now we got 27. We could, of course, get a little bit extra, so there's a bit of a buffer in the research. For example, these two might be good. Maybe even... Oh, lower supply consumption for the HQs. So I'll take that. That's 30 research. That should be good enough for now. Oh, right, and the production. Don't need that much there. We'll lower the consumer goods down to 2, I think. Get that up to 3. Just to keep it even. Lower that to 0.5. And supplies, we can probably lower it down to... We'll go down to 5 points. That is going to leave us a little bit extra in production. And we're going to start producing more artillery because we don't have much right now. We'll make a... You know what? We'll have 3 at a time, but we make 5... or 15 altogether, so that's not going to be as heavy on the IC, but it's going to be good enough for the later on. I think 15, yeah, 15 should be plenty for our troops right now. I think these will be mostly enough. What I will probably do is I'll get some troops over here for some bonuses. Yes, we do want the Communist Militia Brigade. I don't want the personality effects, they're just stupid in my opinion. Well, not stupid, but don't really want to use them. I will allow the scripted invasions. Because the AI is a bit dumb in making the invasions, so at least they will happen. Not going to take the petrol so we can get rid of some of the... Oh, we don't have money, so we're not going to take that right now. There's some events that basically give you a little bit of resources, but you need to cost or pay supplies and money for that. So it's if you're a poor country, you can't really do that. If you do have money, then oh right. Speaking of money, let's automate the trade. We don't need to worry about that. Convoy raiders, sure, we can make them. Well, we don't have any ports, of course, but we'll use them later on. We do have access to the sea, which I'm not sure how well we'll achieve that. If we are lucky and cunning, we might be able to reach at least this river here. Revolts, sure, we can take revolts. And I don't think we'll be able to go across to Beijing or Tianjin, but hopefully we can get to this river and take that one. Speaking of that one, we've got the units here. We'll send in 2 across there, and these 2 give support attack. That should be plenty to get started. They are fairly low organization. They're basically just conscripts, whereas our troops, on this front at least, are proper troops. Most of our troops are actually just militia, or rather communist militia. Do we have actual militia? Don't think we do. Also, we don't have a leader here. We should probably fix that. Right, logistic wizard and offensive doctoring trickster. There's gonna give slight bonuses to every unit below it, but not a huge one. Okay, we're already at 40% here. Started with 20, so it's not too bad. They're already running a bit low on organization. I wonder, okay, so we got 2 divisions there, 2 divisions there. 4 here. We got 1 here, but that's gonna be basically reserve unit for this front here, because we'll be defending there for a long while. Okay, we are already pushing them out. And we're losing a bit of money, because we're not really making any thanks to all those modifiers that we have. Mostly it's because bad ministers and such. And we're communists, we don't need money. So they say. Right, do we have... We do have our troops ready. I think it's time to start the war against... send help to Abyssinia, and we're not going to send anything there, just to get rid of that. Bank of International Settlements. We will sell 200 supplies and gain 200 money. I will take that. And now declare war on Shaanxi. Right, so we'll pick these 2 units, send them there. 2 of these over there, and 2 of these over here. 1 over there, 1 over there, another 1 over there. So the 2 points that we need to capture is Taiyuan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing them correct or wrong, most likely wrong, but and then HoI over here. Those are the 2 places we need to capture, and since it's the civil war, Casus Belli, we will actually gain some of the land. Civil war, Casus Belli, we should probably add the war goal for these 2 guys, because they did get some allies here. Or well, they were guaranteeing the independence of Shaanxi. But anyway, we'll try to take as much land here as possible. And what I think will be best if we don't go to these provinces immediately. Anything that is on the border here, we'll try to take 1 province off of them. So that once we do annex them, we'll then get to the border and hopefully get further before the Chinese get, or the nationalists get any troops there. Got 2 units there. We do have the 2 mountaineers here that still need to wait another, well, a bit more than a day, but we'll send them to the mountain province there already. Now the problem with these militias is that they are extremely slow. We're fighting there. They're a bit low on organization though, so we might be okay. But yeah, if you want to do some exploitation or exploit some gaps in the enemy front, the militia is not the way to go. We are getting 1 division, but that's gonna take a long while before it's quite ready. Right, what I could do... I'll actually send 1 of the mountaineers over there. I'll send this one over there and that one over there. Try to keep on pushing. Right, and tech knowledge front will have quite a bit eventually, but it's going to take a while before we get any of that. Actually, speed to speed 4 for now. doing there? Okay, they are out of supplies there. We are certainly pushing them. Over here, it's a bit similar, except they do have supplies right now. But we do have a much better unit there. We'll send one of these there. And I'll send you there. I'll let them start digging in along that river for now. But that mountain... probably should have sent the mountaineers over here instead. Not making much damage, but we are slowly pushing them out. Give some support attack there. I'll attack there. The thing is, once we do annex them, yeah, we get some of the units, but they're not very good units. They're gonna be low on organization, and we don't get all of them. It's a bit random what you get. But they should help. Right, do we have extra units around here? Not really. What we do have is a gap in the front here. I'll send one over there. Oh right, that's the HQ over there, okay. Getting a bit less upgrade now, which is good. And they're not doing all that great here. Probably take out that one. How many days have they been digging? 12. I think we can send one of these over here. Because it's very unlikely that they will push through here, and we do have another one of these. Actually, we don't have the militia here right now. We do have one extra over here though. I think 2 will be plenty defending mountains, especially if they're dug in rather swiftly, or rather well, I suppose. Right, so I don't actually need this much troops here. We're gonna send this one somewhere around here. Send it over there. Redeploy so it goes a bit faster at least. Get towards the capital. Rare materials donation. Oh, don't mind if I do. Another extra 500, that's gonna last for a while. Okay, I'll give a support attack there. This other one will rest for a little while. Send in extra troops here so we can get towards the front or the border here. Because I'm pretty sure that we'll get that city pretty soon. As we did. Now we do need to capture the other place. It's not quite enough to make them surrender. In popularity. Oh right, spies. Need to make sure that we get spies in our own country. Ruling party support national unity. I think I'm gonna go with the 311. At least for now. And we'll send a little bit to Republic of China. So they got the militia there. Get around here and we'll... Oh! Artillery... After picking artillery focus as one of the options for your mixed support brigades, you need to decide which type of artillery will be the main one for all your mixed support brigades.